Hi guys, welcome back. We found another project from Marketplace. So we found 1969 Ford LTD for $1,750. The seller states two main things. That's the carburetor leak, and is the rear suspension needs some work, or either there's some bushings needs to be replaced or something loose, whatever, some noise comes from the rear suspension. Our plan on this project, just to make it run again, just to be able to get back on the road, make some donuts and have some fun. All over?
Yeah, it needs to be rebuilt. Like, that's left over from it being, having bad gas in there. You get varnish and it's just not good for it. And then
I already been taking some research.
Yeah.
I found
Have you ever worked on carburetor?
Yeah.
You need to buy a carburetor kit and you rebuild the carburetor.
I was looking for the new ones, but the new ones, they're worse. Just to rebuild.
Yeah, you don't, they sell them on Amazon, but they're in China.
That's correct.
Do not buy one.
Yep.
Like, you're better off. This is original this is Ford carburetor. There's nothing wrong with this carburetor. It needs to be rebuilt. But like, if you buy one of those cheap Chinese carburetors, like, the tolerances are too, even right out of the box, yes, it's going to run, but it's never going to be right.
Yep, for sure.
It's like you get what you pay for. You buy junk, you get junk.
For sure.
So let's see if she'll fire up. If not, I might have to use a little starting fluid. Let me get the key. Got to pour it in here.
Is it empty?
Yeah, it must be empty.
Oh, okay.
We've got air conditioning.
Yeah. So the car seems to be in a working condition. The car was sitting for a few years in the storage. They drained the gas just to save the fuel tank and the pump. To start the car, we need to put some gas in because it's completely dry, and probably just put some gas in the carburetor just for faster pump from the fuel tank. Yeah.
It would be easier to load going downhill.
Yep, for sure.
You see how that black smoke is just running pure rich. Like the carburetor is just spewing.
Yep.
Like, if you run it that way, it's bad for the engine. It needs to be rebuilt.
Yep.
But, I mean, if you want me to load it up on there, I'll load it. Look at the carpet. It used to be brown and then it faded.
Oh, really?
It just faded from age. It looks like AstroTurf.
Yeah.
It's not in terrible shape. It's just dirty and old.
Yep. They need some detailing.
Oh, that's not good anyway. I'll leave that in there. If it did catch on fire, this would work like one. Here's the rebuilt transmission.
Some receipts.
Yeah, and then this is the card that it came with when it was new from the dealer. That was the company, Birkenhoff Drilling.
Like plastic?
Yeah, that's like when you go in for warranty work or whatever.
Got it.
You show them that card. So if you look, he had the transmission rebuilt in Casper, Wyoming. Every year he went back in. That's what all this stuff is. And then...
Straight.
left.
So we're gonna take the car, and while we started to load on a trailer, we didn't expect the car so heavy, and the weight was shifting in the back of the trailer, and the trailer just lifted the rear axle of the truck, and the truck just started to move forward, and I had to run to catch the truck and just press the brakes. Just hold it. That's crazy. Yeah. Let's go. Drop it down. The nice thing, all the old cars, they had a frame. Actually, the full body is sitting on the frame, and it's very easy to tighten down. They have many openings where you can just hook them up. Okay. And not damage any suspension or something. Okay. Okay. Very great. Did you get a key for it?
Might be it's inside.
Yep. Cool. This thing is super heavy. That was just moving the truck. It's just because we're pushing forward. Okay. Here. Okay. Like this. We went to the shop, but it was late and we left the car at the shop, and the next day we took it all together with the trailer. We just wanted to fill out the tank before we'll start work on it. Is that okay? The fuel door? Okay, sounds good. Let's check how big is the fuel tank. So now it's empty. Those cars being designed for the 85 gas, but we'll put 87 just to get probably a little bit more power. Okay, the good thing, the previous owner just took all the gas from the fuel tank just to not contaminate all the system, which is good, and we'll just put it fresh and it should be fine. We wouldn't have to deal with the fuel tank, fuel lines and everything like that. Okay. I didn't see for a long time the fuel tank, just a pipe, no any valves, nothing, like a more fresh cars or newer cars. Let's see how many gallons we'll get into it. And also we need to check just to make sure we don't have any leaks. Yep. Oh, gee. What? Let's try again. Whew. Probably I put the thing that's too far, too deep. So let's try again. I'm just looking to if the fuel tank doesn't leak. And the guy told us they got a new fuel tank a few years ago or something. Yeah, so far so good. No leaks. Again?
Yep.
22 gallons. Yeah. Let's see. Will it get more? Yeah, that's it. Almost 23. That sounds right. Okay, let's go. Unload it and start work on it. Okay, like this. Let's try. Okay. Okay guys, so here's the plan. We're going to unload it, pull it into the shop, because we have two main things we need to fix before we'll get on the road. We need the carburetor rebuilt, and the the seller states the rear axle has bad bushings and the axle is moving, and before we'll get on the road we need to remove all the control arms and get a new bushings to it. Okay, remove all the straps. Okay. Okay, perfect. It's bent it. It's heavy. This car is super heavy. Okay. So it's right here. To fire this thing up, we need a battery, because the seller, he just put his battery temporary just to load the car. So we already got a new battery, and then we'll just throw it in. And one of the first things we need to lubricate the hood hinges, because they pretty much stuck. So let's find out how to open the hood. I believe this one. Let's try from inside. Okay, let's find out. Where's the hood release cable? Brake. This one probably. Ugh. What is that? Lights. So many weird things. Let's try. How did they open this hood? Oh, okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll get a WD-40 just to spray over. Yeah, the hinges, they just stuck, and all of the joints. It wasn't lubricated for a long time. It's very hard to open the hood. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, now should be a lot better. Yeah, like new. Okay, a lot better. We got a new battery. This thing should run on it. Okay, yep. Perfect. That's the negative, positive, okay. Hey guys. Let's make it run. Let's fire this thing up. Oh. Oh, we have some light over here. Oh. Yep. Woo! That's easy. This is the first turn. Just perfect. And even the fuel gauge shows the tank is full. It's great. Oh no. That's the carburetor when it's cold. That needs to pull the choke. Woo. Okay, let's let it run for a minute and then it will go down. Has some coolant. Right there. Perfect. Okay. Oh, man. Let's go. It's good. It's good. Because I don't see anything from here. I'm surprised. This car has a cruise control. 1969 has a cruise control. Let's lift it and see what's going on underneath. Okay. That's cool. It has pretty strong frame. Even for years, but still in pretty good condition and easy to lift it. Over here. Up. Okay, let's check it out. So, based on a year, that looks still pretty good. Not any major leaks. Has some over here, but looks like it's the oil pan. Then transmission, the seal and the pinion seal is leaking, probably needs to be replaced. Exhaust is pretty good, but this thing, something happened over here. Look at this, the muffler is gone. Something hit into it or something. There's just a huge hole in it. Okay, let's check what this seller was talking about. He said there's something wrong with the rear axle, and let's check what's going on over here. Yeah, so over here, that's the rear axle control arm, and the bushings is gone, completely gone. There's nothing. Then over here, take a look over here. On the upper control arm, we would see the same thing. The bushing is gone, and probably a bad thing, the control arm already been damaged because they were driving without the bushing and damaged the control arm right there. Hopefully we would be able to find it. So, and let's check this side. Yeah, this one looks better. Still, that's the old bushing, but still in place. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bushings. Needs to be replaced, and the rest of the things on the rear axle looks pretty good. Some of the very, very small leak just could be just ignored. Nothing serious, just a year build up. Not too bad as far as you can see. Look at the frame, no rust, which is very good. That's the frame. So that's the frame and that's the body, just sitting on it, and everything looks pretty good. So this car has rear shocks with the airbags, and over here is a nozzle, and you can just add air and lift the rear end of the car. That's that's cool. And those shocks, they looks original. So those shocks just came from the Sears. We have the steel label over here, and it says this is Sears. This long time ago. Cool. I believe that's the fuel tank. Has some dents, and it's full, doesn't leak, which is good. Let's order the bushings and let's go from there. We'll start to remove this control arm, the upper one. This one, as far as I can see over here, just a huge gap. There's supposed to be a rubber, but it's just a gap, there's nothing. We're gonna remove 2 bolts, take off the control arm. Let's see what's going on there. This ball is adjusting alignment. I just mentioned there's a adjustment plate right there. This one doesn't have, this one doesn't have. Just the one control arm has no kind of adjustment. Okay, let's try. Not much space for those wrenches. Those bushings, they look huge. Sitting tight. Okay. Yeah, the bolts got pretty rusty, and the wrench doesn't want to go on it. Okay. And no one was touching for years. That was easy. Okay, it's still tight. This one. Okay. Okay, got it. The pull's pretty bad this way. Okay. Yeah. Whew. That's moving. Oh. We need a support right here. So the springs is pushing very hard. So this control arm can hold the axle in place. But if we remove that, the springs, they're trying just to get out of it. So we need to put a support over here and just hold the axle in place. Not let them just to get out. Давай еще на одну вытащим. Что у нас есть мощная монтажка? Первый раз такую систему вижу.
В смысле? Ты что, не помнишь у Роберта?
Нет.
Когда мы пружины меняли, что мы там делали?
Все? Угу.
Да ладно.
Угу.
А чего не накачивали?
Сзади. Okay. That's the bushing. Just came out from here. Damaged a little bit over here, but it should be fine. And this bushing as well, just coming out. We've got some new bushings. We're gonna go and compare them if they will fit over here. So let's check. We got the bushings we need, but we have some damage over here in the control arm, and we'll try to remove this, the old thing, press in the new one, and probably we will need to weld it very carefully over here just to hold this thing in place, because we checked and we just couldn't find fast the control arm, so we would have to use this one, and I think this should be fine. Okay guys, so we got our control arm back. We tried to press those bushings, but we didn't have enough tools, especially for this kind of job, so easier was just to bring to a different shop. They pressed out in and we're ready to install. Now we'll try just to weld it a little bit around just to keep this bushing in place, and it should be fine. So we'll take a welder, then I'll get some water, because when we'll start to weld this bushing around, the rubber will start just to burn. So we'll just weld and very quick to put in the water just to cool down, and just few tries and that should be ready. We need to remove some rust around just to get it to the clear steel for better result. So For sure that will work. Okay, just got 3 spots, which is good. Here it's sitting tight. This side is perfect. So it's time to put it back to the car. Okay, that's great. Let's put it back. This thing. Still, I need the hammer because without the bushing, the mounting bracket a little bit dented because there without the bushing there's a lot of gap. Now we have just to pull the bushing in and just use the hammer a little bit. Should be fine. Okay, let's do that. Perfect. Not. Come on. Okay, perfect. Now it's time to put in second bolt. And this bolt has a alignment plate right here. Oh, perfect. I found the plate. Okay. Like this. Okay, perfect. Now it's time to put a nut. We'll start to tie down the first bolt in the front. Then I put a marks over here on the alignment plate and just put it back at the same place just to not deal with the alignment. And that's it, should be fine. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Slide it down. Okay. Should be great. Should be great. Should be good. Again, my wrench stuck on the knot. Good. Let's go over here. Let's tie this thing down. Let's put a plate at the same spot. Okay. It's right there. This should be right here. And that's it. Okay. Need to tight it down very good. Just to avoid any knock in the suspension or noise, whatever, squeaking noise or something when the bushing is not tight enough. That's just moving metal by metal and it's doing some noises. That's why those bolts need to be tied very good. Okay, should be good. So we're done with the upper control arm. Also, we have one more control arm which needs to be one of the bushing needs to be replaced. So we're gonna remove it now and do the same way. We'll go to the other shop and there we'll just press in the new bushings and we'll put it back. So let's start to get this thing off. So we need to remove the lower control arm. Again, for some reason this wrench goes too tight. Jesus, so tight. Okay, I have to use this wrench again. Oh. Whoa. Someone tied very good. And again, that's stuck in my wrench. And it's not, that's a bad sign. Looks like the bolt just got rusty inside of the bushing, which is not good. The worst case, we would have to cut on the both sides and just get a new bolt after that. But we'll try just to get a bigger ratchet and still just try to remove that bolt. Also, we'll try to use WD-40. Hopefully that will help. Oh. To put somehow inside of it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's spinning around. That's good. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, the steel. So there's a similar bushing and the bolt stuck inside of it and just got rusty around and just spinning inside of it with this piece. So there's no way to get it out. So we would need just to cut it and just get a new bolt. That's it. So yeah, so yep, I need the access right there. Gas. Let's check. There's inside of the hole is not the one we need. So we'll try so we have a bolt right here inside of a exhaust bolt right here. Hopefully this one didn't get rusty and we would be able to, okay, yep, let's see, yeah, this one moves a lot better. Let's try to remove this one. Okay, this one getting out. Let's try to cut the bolt. Geez, there's no way to reach with this thing. That's it. Like wasn't there. Now we'll do like this. Okay, do like this. It won't move at all. Okay, let's smash this guy a little bit more. Almost. That's the air hammer. Let's see. Doesn't move at all. We need to get out at least the one side of the bolt. Then we can just pull it.
You got it?
I got one side and I want to try to pull this thing down like this. Yeah. Come on, the freaking stupid bolt. No way. It's almost out, but still. Unbelievable. Hey, we got it. We're gonna drop to the guys to press the new bushings and put everything together. Okay guys, we got our control arm with the new bushings. Pressing, looks good. And it's time to put it back. Let's do it. So, that fits perfect. And also, we got a new bolt because the original one didn't want to come out. Okay. To put a second bolt, we need to push the axle inside. Let's try. It's kinda. It's not easy. Okay. Almost. Okay. Whew. Okay, going in slowly. Almost there. Yeah, we need to remove this muffler. Okay, this muffler anyway, it's trash. We'll just cut it off and throw it away. Let's do that. Okay, we're done with this. Look at this muffler. That's like, it was explosion from inside. Got a too much fuel or something, and it's gone. Now we have access to our bolt. because it's, for some reason, it's getting hard into it. Okay, almost there. Right there. That's in place. And instead of this pipe, we'll do this. It's a straight pipe weld over here, and it will go over here like this. Perfect. And finally, we'll get it done with the rear suspension. Okay. Oh, tied it down. Okay, we're done with this one. Let's go over here. Okay, great. We're done. The rear suspension is good. Now we can remove this thing. And axle now sitting perfectly. So now it's good. We have to check the top of the engine. I see large leak. That probably could be the thing that the cellar state. The carburetor leaking pretty bad. Let's drop the car, remove the air filter, and see if there's any fuel. Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn off the headlights. Oh. Let's check it out, what's going on over here. And also to order the carburetor rebuild kit, we need to know what kind of carburetor, because there was 3 options, which is came with this engine, and we need to check it out. Yeah, that's what it is. They're leaking pretty bad. All over, here's the fuel. It's dripping right there. And something, yeah, that's the gasket just coming apart. We need to remove this thing and rebuild it. In the engine bay, there wasn't a rivets, this kind of plate with some of the information. That's what I'm trying to find it, but I don't see anything. As far as I didn't find any model, anything on this carb. We'll just order a few sets and whatever will fit, and we'll just do the whole rebuild. One of the seals leaking on a transmission, and we would need to replace that. The fluid is pretty low. And we have, yeah, it says add, and it's still with shaking when the engine doesn't run. If we'll turn on the engine, we will not see any fluid on the dipstick. So probably that's need a couple quarts at least. We got us some rebuild kits for the carburetor. As far as we didn't find what's exactly the model of this carb. We just got a few sets, and as soon as we'll remove the disassemble, so we'll just find out which one exactly will fit to it. First, we'll remove the fuel supply line. Okay. Next one, we'll remove the vacuum line. That's interesting. Goes into the exhaust manifold. So now we'll remove the acceleration pedal cable, and that's it. And just the 4 nuts, and we'll take the whole assembly off. Remove this one from here. This one just return spring. Also should be easy like this. Okay, one more thing. What is that? I never seen it, but this linkage connected with the transmission. So probably somehow that helps the transmission to understand when to change the gears or something. Just go straight to the transmission. Anyway, we'll just remove that. and take the carb out to hold all of the things in place. Okay, yeah, goes right there. Great. So 11 millimeter, probably those 4 nuts, and that's it. Oh, that's even wasn't tied down. Also, if the carburetor has air leak, they could run bridge. This one also wasn't tied down. It's right there. Yeah, it wasn't tied down at all. That's one of the problems. We have something else over here. Some of the line goes to the exhaust manifold. Also never seen stuff like that. Guess it never been worked. These kind of old cars. Okay, let's start to disassemble. So this gasket just fell apart, and that was leaking pretty hard over here and over here, pretty much all over. So the kit has to contain all the gaskets, every single gasket, just to put it into it. And also we may have, here's the plate, so those gaskets needs to be replaced as well. They're supposed to be in there as well. Look at there. They're gone. And this plate, yeah, also goes up. We need to clean up all over before we remove that, just to avoid any trash dust just go inside. Okay, right here. Okay. Let's start. Jeez, so many things. Okay. This is some kind of pump. When you accelerate, it pumps the gas inside. Also looks like it was leaking over here. Okay. Oh, phew. Look how much dust in it. So we're trying to remove the cap, and here's some linkage, so probably we'll take off together with this thing. Let's try to remove this cap. Oh, something's still holding it. Probably this guy. Yep. Still, I need to remove this linkage. It does not allow me to remove this thing. Let's try to remove the screws. Okay, that was easy. Now we have to remove the plate. Come on. Yep. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this gasket also is gone, just falling apart. We have some dust over here. Looks pretty dirty, and it shows, that's kind of a sign the car runs very rich. We will need to figure out why, and replace all the gaskets and just put everything together. Oh, this one loose at all. That's, I believe it's called the jet. It takes fuel from here and sprays in these two cameras. Okay, and it also was loose. Probably the fuel was leaking in between the gasket, and it just, yeah, looks like over here it's clean. So the fuel was leaking from underneath of the gasket right straight into it. Because this bolt was very, it wasn't tight at all. Next one, let's remove this thing. That's the outer level. Yep. Usually the carburetors has this thing. They open and close this needle over here. When this camera is getting full, they close that. And I already see some pieces right there. That's some of the broken pieces from something. Probably that's why also we had some issues with that. This thing was leaking. Yeah, because it's falling apart, and that was leaking. Some spring. Oh, we found the piece. The piece was from here, and probably, where's that? It goes right there inside. And we just found it inside of the carb, so probably was just pushed through the channel right inside it. Yeah, right there. Those bolts, this is the fuel adjustment. All of the carbs has those adjustments. If the car runs too rich, I believe you have to unscrew them and just get a less fuel, or more or less fuel. So you have to adjust, depends how the car is running. Oh, loose completely. Okay, yep. This gasket is gone. Not sure what is that. But we'll take it apart. We will need to check this plate just to make sure that's completely flat, that's not bented, because it's one of the main issues with the carburetors. When those gears, they're getting bented, and even when you tighten it down, you're still getting the air in between the gasket and the plate when you mount it to it. We'll remove those jets as well from inside. Usually those things getting clogged. It looks pretty good, but still, as far as we're here, we'll remove everything, clean up, blow with the air. Also has some gasket over here. Most of the things disassembled, so I don't see anything else which is necessary to remove. So we'll just clean up and start to put everything together with the new gaskets. We found the set we need for it. So I already opened it, so many gaskets. So pretty much everything we need is in here. So, and also we got a cleaner. We got this thing. We'll put a carb in it. Washed everywhere. Mainly we need to wash the inside, to clean up inside. Outside, that's not that important. I'll spray all over, and I'll just blow with the air. Every single hole, just blow everything. Okay, should be fine. Okay, we got this plate, and we will need to check if all the surfaces is flat. If not, we would need to sand it a little bit. So yeah, the top looks pretty good, and when we remove the cap, seems to be good. Also, we need to check the bottom of carb over here, because those things, if someone over tied them, they bent it into. Okay, this one is good. Yep, looks good. So the main body, yeah, the main is good. Let's check those caps. Took out this thing, so let's check. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. This plate is bented. That's why it was leaking, and it's pretty bad. And this side as well, we can see that we would need to sand it to make it flat. Okay, let's start. This thing goes right here. Okay, then we have all the springs we need for it. We need to put a needle into it. Okay, that's a new needle. Goes right here, right inside of it. Then this part goes right there, like this. Goes right here. Okay, perfect. That's how we can check the level with this thing, and this needle has to close the hole over here, the fuel supply, when it's reached the level. Yep, it's great, it's working. We have this valve, goes in here. Okay, clean up the cap. The one goes on top over here. Let's find out over here. Yep, that's the gasket we need. Perfect fit. And it goes in place right here. We have those screws. We may have 4 of them. Yep. Okay. They're supposed to be tight, but not too much, just to not bend this cover. We're done with this. Next one, we have to fix this thing. We will take some sander paper, just put on it, and just sand it. Almost there. This one is good already. 3 more spots. Just a little bit more. Whew. Let's go. Okay guys, I think we sent it enough. So now it's look a lot better. So it should be fine. We'll get a new thing. This thing goes in there. It should be perfect. Okay, let's try to put it together. By this spring, like this. Perfect. Let's put a bolt. Okay, looks good, it's working. The new gasket we need, that goes right here. Perfect. We're ready to put a jet, so when we disassemble the carb, we drop the ball, which is working as a valve, and we just find out where is it, because if the ball is not going to be in a place when you press the acceleration pedal, the car will not react how it's supposed to be. So the good thing, we find out where it's supposed to be, and let's put the rest of the things together. And this screw goes right here. Okay, we're ready just to put a cap and put the rest of the linkages. That's it. So linkage goes right here, I believe this way. We just clean up the upper, the cap from the carb, and we're ready just to put it together. Okay, now it's good. We have this plate, we have to put in place. It goes right here and hold the flap. Perfect. Very tiny small screw here. This one is good. Then the spring goes right here. Then this thing right there. Okay. The next step, we'll put a linkage right here. Then we have a new pin for it. Because it's pretty much one-time pin, one-time use. Okay. Cool. So pretty much that's it. Let's clean up the surface right there, replace 2 more gaskets, and we're good to go to put it back. I want to clean up around the mounting plate because we have some dust and dirt right there, because we need to replace this gasket and the one of the gasket underneath. just to avoid any air leak. I need to leave this plate. I don't want to disconnect the hoses. Okay, like this. Then we need to lift this gasket because it's also just falling apart. Okay, I will take it. Yeah, that's not a gasket anymore. That's okay. So we got a new gasket. We'll lift this thing. Let's go. Hey, come on. Okay. Okay, and we're good to go. The one gasket in place, and the next one on top. Right there. And now it's time to put a carb back in place. So, goes right there. Got it. That's in place. Let's grab the nuts, tie them down, and we'll try to turn this thing on and make sure and check everywhere and make sure there's no leaks anymore. Because if those things, if the carb is leaking, that's pretty easy just to catch on fire. So let's check. Just tie it down and check it out. Okay, that's good. And the last one right here. I need a wrench, 11 millimeters, because the one of the nut I cannot reach. Okay, perfect. And it's tied and it's sitting in place. Okay, connect the fuel line, fuel supply. Right here. We have one more knot over here. That's, I believe, like cold start choke or something. We have to connect this linkage over here. The one goes to transmission, gas pedal. Okay, perfect. It's over here. This one is good, and this one. Okay, cool. Ready. Let's crank it. Let's try to start this thing up. Oh, okay. Давай. Газани. Okay, the run's good. The only thing I just mentioned around the spark plugs is black. Like the spark plug wasn't tight or something. I'm going to check right now. No, they're not loose. Oh, yep, one of them loose. Now it should be better. Okay guys, so now the next thing we want to take care of it, that's the drive shaft seal over here in the transmission. So we have to remove the drive shaft, and we got a new seal, remove the old one, put a new one, and we're done with that. So we need one, got two, got three. Okay, we have to remove those brackets. They hold in the drive shaft in place. And we have the last one over here. Okay, let's try to take it off. Probably we can leave the second bracket and just take like this. Okay, super easy. Okay, also we'll check the joint over here. No free play, moves smooth, it's great. Let's take care of the seal. Okay guys, we got a seal and it's time to replace that. Okay, we got a special thing for the seals. Very easy to remove them. Just pull into it. Okay. Let's try a different way. It's kind of tight, but still. Okay, let's get it. Oh, we got it. Okay, let's compare with the new one, just to make sure we have the right side. Yep, it's perfect. It's time to put it back. Okay, we'll wipe it and grab some socket and just press into it. Yep, that would be like this. I'll grab the socket right now. We got a socket. We're ready to install. Look at this. Brand new, like manufacturing. Okay, now it's time to install the drive shaft. One more thing. Before we install the drive shaft, we need to weld this pipe because we have just more room over here. So we'll go first with the pipe. Just the 2 stitches and we're good to go. We got a new blade. We need to cut this pipe a little bit shorter because now it's too long and these pieces just stuck into the control arm, so we need some gap. That's why we need to cut it and weld it. Okay, a lot better. Now we need to cut a little bit over here. Easy. Okay, let's check again. Okay. So yeah, we have one more support over here. But like this. Okay. Let's rust it. We'll use just a wire. That would be the best thing. We need some wire. We'll pull a little bit like this, because we have a mounting bracket over here. Up. Look, perfect. That's like how it's supposed to be. Yep. Like this. Perfect. We're ready to weld. Let's see how it's going over here. Yep. Like brand new. Woohoo! Fireworks. Perfect. Like brand new. Now we're ready to install the drive shaft. We are ready for the drive shaft. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, perfect. Very smooth. Goes in. Okay, then this thing has to go up. Okay, go in. Yep. Perfect. So now we have to take this clamp, put it right here on the upper bearing. Okay. So different side is should be right there. And just a little bit help. Yep. That's in place. It's time to put in nuts. Next one right here. This one is good. Yep. That's the one. Goes into place. And let's tighten down. Okay, that's tight enough. Okay. Okay, good. And we'll tie down this one. Okay, and that was the last one. We're good over here. Let's go take care of the oil change. We're ready for an oil change. So that's the nasty filter, like semi-truck. I believe the semi-truck has the smaller filter than this.
It's the first oil change in years.
Yep. Oh, a little bit dirty. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm kidding. The oil's super dirty, but we'll get it fresh and they'll run perfect. That's already runs perfect, but with a fresh oil, that would be like new. We got a new filter for it. Let's put it right here. Wait, let's do this. That's the old car. Let's pre-fill. Pre-fill the fluid filter, and when we'll turn on the car, they will get an oil pressure faster. So now the filter is full. Okay, that is down. Let's drain the oil from the oil pan. Let's get a socket for it. Okay. No way. It's 21 millimeter drain plug. Okay, that's actually 22 millimeter plug. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. Okay. Same fresh oil. That was fresh years ago. Okay, we'll take a little bit of time just to drain this, all the thing. Yeah, one more interesting thing. Usually when the engine's getting rebuilt, they paint them in a blue color. That's most common color when some shops or whatever, someone rebuild engines. And this one is blue. That's the good thing. So somewhere in the middle of the road, this engine was rebuilt. So we're gonna put a fresh oil, and this car is gonna run. So pretty much at this point, we're done underneath. We need to drop the car, put all the top the fluids, and so our plan. Top the fluids and take for a spin, donuts, whatever this car can do. So we'll try. Okay, before we drop the car, so we want to try. As far as we have air shocks on the rear suspension, and we have air outlets over here, just to add some air in it. We want to try it if it still works. So. Yeah, that's working, but it's leaking. And actually it's leaking the line itself. over here. It's got a hold because of the frame, which is vibrating and got a hole. But yeah, the shock itself, it works. Let's try this one. Oh yeah, look, it's moving. Okay, so actually the airbags is good. We need just to fix the line in case we would need it, but that's not at this time. Who? Okay, cool. So, the first thing, we're gonna put some oil in it. So probably that's the cap. Yep. Okay, we got a funnel. Let's pour some oil in it. Okay, we'll just put 5 quarts. Not sure how much oil this engine takes, but just a few seconds and we'll check. Okay, where's the dipstick? That's right
here.
No, that's the power steering. Empty. Dry. Okay. No, wait. That's the transmission. We also would have to add some oil. But the engine dipstick is somewhere right here. And almost full. A little bit more. Okay. Perfect. Also just find out the power steering is empty. I mean, they're probably not empty, but the dipstick cannot reach the fluid. And our transmission also running on a low fluid that's over here. I just was looking around the wires and just find out this thing. Just a wire goes somewhere. Okay, so our transmission is right there. We'll put the funnel right here, like this. And then we'll grab another funnel and we'll start to put some fluid in it. At least we need 2 or 3 quarts. Okay, we'll go a different way. Let's take this funnel off and put this one right there. Perfect. So, still. Okay, perfect. Then we would add some Lucas. That would help this transmission to live a little bit longer. Okay, wait for a minute, then we'll mix it and pour 1 or 2 more quarts in it. Okay, so that's the oil filler. We'll put it back like this. and we're gonna start the engine, and then we'll check the oil level in the transmission. Let's see how it's gonna run on a new fluid, new oil. Okay, good. Okay, the keys over here. Okay. Okay, come on. They won't start. Let's see. Oh, looks like no fuel. Hey, what's going on? Would I have any leaks? Huh. Probably we need to pump a little bit more. So we just added some transmission fluid. We needed a little bit of time just to drain all the fluid down into the oil pan, and then we'll check what's the level. Yeah, we'll let to warm up the engine, and we'll just add some power steering fluid in it. Yes. Okay, full.
Убедиться, что заслонка открывается.
Just checking how the transmission is shifting, so it shifts very smooth, and we'll leave it for now. We'll check the fluid tomorrow before we'll go for a test drive. See you tomorrow. Okay guys, finally it's time for a test drive, for the first test drive, and so we checked all the fluids. We got some adjustments, and we did all the main things we need. So that's the axle bushings, that's the transmission seal, oil change, and the carb rebuild. That's it. It's time for a test drive. Let's see. Seems like pulls good. Okay guys, so we got to the different location, and we want to test this old guy and see how it handles just on a dirt, snow. It's time to try it. Let's go. Come on. Second try. Okay, let's go. When you back up, it doesn't listen to the steering wheel at all. We're just stuck in the snow. We're less than a feet of the snow, but this car doesn't drive at all. I mean, in the snow or wet or whatever. They're only for summertime. Okay, let's try to get out.
Лучше не стоит. Okay guys, we just completely stuck and we got a tractor over here and we'll try to pull this thing out. We have this old guy that's 1942, I believe. I mean, as far as the previous owner mentioned that, and it's still running. And it's cold outside, it was just fired out right away. It has a steel seat. Steel plate. Okay, let's try it. It's pretty deep snow. Let's pull this old guy. Let's try. We're done with this project. Please like and subscribe, leave us a comment. If you have any thoughts, just leave under the video. And also, if anyone like this car, we can make a deal.